Taco Tuesday. You
My girl on somebody else's itinerary for the week.
yeah.
That's absurd. I can't do.
Hey, you gotta just accept it. Respect.
I can't. If you accept that lifestyle, I guess, but I ain't got it.
How you crying like Will Smith? How you on camera crying?
You know what they said on the clips album? You turn your other cheek, you get killed at the Oscars. You know. Mm-hmm. So I'm all for. I don't know, man. If somebody do y'all wrong, are y'all for like getting y'all lick back, or y'all kind of just like let bygones be bygones?
Man, I'm.
It depends on what happened.
The circumstances.
Yeah. So what's passable? What's a passable offense? Like what's something that's like, oh, it's not that deep.
I mean, probably like. I'm gonna say like we're responding to like some energy. You know what I'm saying? Like actually giving some entertainment towards like flirtation or some type of energy. I think that's passable at times, depending on y'all's situation. But no, it is a fine line.
Yeah,
I'm quick to cut somebody off for the shout.
Yeah. What do you do? Are you get your leg back or
Man, I'm
not even as far as like even maturity, just like
I'm
in
always
general.
a fan of fighting fire with fire. You know, like I'm not the guy to get the water, try to I'm an instigator.
Right.
I done been instigated on. I'm an instigator. I like to fight fire with fire. So yeah. I'm the kind of nigga to get their lick back. You can say that for sure.
Sure, except when you ready, you hold out behind the car. Well, it's just like a slippery slope at some point. It's like you let one thing slide, and then you let the next thing slide.
Here we go.
Now
Round and round we go.
Yeah, so is it best? It's probably just best like nipping in the bud, honestly. If somebody got you bent out of shape.
3 C's. That's what I go off of. I got a rule: 3 C's. If you can't communicate, talk about the issue together, right? That's already cut them off. Or already that's already an issue. If you can talk about it, they'd have to be able to like consider it. So when you're in the midst of conversation, they actually sit there and can consider and step in your shoes. You can see them being empathetic or understanding to your boundaries, whatever. Third one is compromise. You got to put it into action. I say if you can't do that, I don't care if you mom and daddy, like cousin, baby, shorty, like in any relationship, I feel like that helps you get out of toxic situations because then people just ain't considerate,
Yeah, I mean that's the biggest thing. People being considerate not of time, but like your feelings or how you because like shit. Let's say you supposed to be going somewhere at 4, you texting at 4:30, like I'm about to be late. Like you already 30 minutes late. You don't know what the heck going on before this. It'd be different if you texting at 4, like okay, I'm running a little bit behind, because then it's like all right, but you text me at 4:30, I'm about to be late. Like you just don't give a fuck about what I got going on.
There's boundaries out. I definitely, you gotta put them at the plate first. A lot of people run that puppy dog stage.
Yeah.
Put them boundaries down first. Talk to help you on the long run for that.
Yeah, facts. So, welcome to another episode of the Workshop, man. We are back in the building, but we in a different environment, man. We are here in a new space, the home of the Steps. Also home of the support system Soundcheck. Yeah. Shout out to the Steps for letting us come in and do a guest pod here.
Church.
It's a it's a vibe. We got the plants. We got the plants behind us. We looking nice.
We got some
here.
books. We looking at I ain't seen a book in I don't know how long. National Geographic. Holy shit.
Loki, I seen you pick it up. I was like, did bro bring a book?
No. I actually, man, it's been a while since I thought it would have dust on it. It looked like somebody might have used this recently.
Oh yeah, it's not just aesthetics.
No, it's not a LeBron book. He got it as a accessory.
Yeah. So I mean, Dar, we got a special guest, and we'll introduce him last. But Dar, what's new? What's going on with you? What's the check-in?
I'm in a long sleeve crew neck joint right now, but it's not appropriate for the weather. It's hot than a motherfucker outside. 95 degrees. It feels like 100. I'm sure. 100 would probably feel different. But I can't tell, when you're outside in this shit. So I'm trying to find shaded areas, trying to find the AC. The AC is pumping in here, so I'm thanking God, happy to be alive, happy to be out of the heat.
That's
happy to be here.
That's one thing that I feel like I've been like grateful. Like never had a car that didn't have working AC.
True.
I haven't been in a whip that was like, because that thing, it turned into a sauna quick.
Nah, straight up, you get baked.
Yeah. So, thankfully, I always had AC in the whip, man.
But I mean, it's an obvious answer to me. But is it AC in the summer or heat in the winter? If you can only have one,
I need that heat in the
AC.
winter.
you need the heat in the winter.
I do AC.
Bro, your windows gonna be, you can't even see out your windows without the heat.
No, okay. Let's just the
Are we
defrost
talking
work.
just cars or just straight up like understanding what brings cool or what?
Yeah, we talking cars or just like
No, cars. In
I'm
the
thinking about
cars.
houses too, like bro, AC.
That we agree.
Okay,
You
but
are
cars,
crazy.
cars.
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 Are you saying just period?
Cars, I would say it's hard because cars you can roll down the window, kinda. You know, winter you can't. Really roll down the
I'm gonna be
window.
for real. I like it cold. In the winter, my electricity bill be like $20, $20, $30. I don't need the heat. You know,
I turn
crank
my
that
gas
space
off
heater
there.
up. You know, I'm toast. Get a couple blankets, an extra comforter maybe.
But with cars, I would say I want the heater.
You can't go nowhere. Imagine you pulled up to an event and you sweating.
Yeah, ain't nothing worse than when you get in the shower. Like you rushing to get in the shower and it's hot and you sweating like right when you get out the shower.
Right when you get out,
put on your
because
clothes
it's
and you
95
already
degrees
sweating.
outside. Then you hop in the car, it's 98.
Yeah.
Because the heat is trapped in the damn car. You get your seatbelt, the buckle burn your hand.
Buckle burn your hand. But so you put your, you got some leather. You put your arm on the glove compartment. Yeah,
That's the worst part of the summer.
it is.
Grab the shift and then burnt your hand.
It's a lot of shit going on. Man, but we got a guest on the pod this week on the workshop, man. We got local artists in a lot of different ways, in a lot of different capacities. Music, painting, graffiti, right?
Yeah.
So
a lot of stuff.
a lot of different ways.
I'm a hip hop catalyst, y'all. I
Yeah.
try to do all four pillars. I haven't jumped into DJ and breaking yet, like dancing, but I like hip hop.
Yeah. A friend of the pod, Wody. What's going on, bro? And he got the workshop.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I
At
appreciate
first, I was like, should I text her? We'd be like, is it me, y'all wearing y'all hat? Because like, is we gonna look weird? But it's dope because you got the front steps, I got the workshop. So.
Yeah.
No, I definitely everything on me local. Shoot, even my lighter curated, man.
Yeah.
Shoot, like I try to rep. So
Yeah,
appreciate y'all having me on.
Man, I appreciate you for coming on, man. What's new with you? What's going on, man? What?
It's busy right now. I guess I'll just pinpoint just music right now, straight up. I got I guess we'll call it an LP. I wanted to call it a mixtape just to make it sound cool, but it's like 8 songs. Probably the first 4 is already what people's heard that I dropped this summer, but the next 4 is some new flavor for their ears. So that's mainly it. That's mainly it that I focus on. Besides other tapes, and just running Sedgwick Collective with my boy Wisdom, like and our little label / brand. That's about it.
Yeah.
Just trying to stay.
What's the name? What's the name of the project? Are you like right now? Are you giving out like this is what this coming out? This is what you're looking for? Or are you still in the works?
No, it's done basically.
Yeah.
Actually, this morning me and Jace just got done with like the beat selections, and I'm about to be done with writing like probably Wednesday of this week. But I don't know what I'm gonna name it. It's probably gonna be. I want City Roll, the most recent song that I dropped. It's probably gonna be along the lines. I usually name my tape the best songs that I wrote on the tape. So I got Same Old Soul or City Roll. It's gonna be either one of those.
Okay.
But the cover art's done. Shout out to Giovanna. The beats are all done. Everything's finished. I just gotta write.
Okay.
Probably for 3 days will be cool.
Yeah. So I mean, is there a strategy when you go into this mode when you're trying to drop a project? Is there a strategy behind it? Like this is the sound I'm trying to put out, or are you going in like, okay, this is the beat selection I got. This is what I'm gonna write to, or is it like I'm trying to give off this certain vibe for this certain project?
I really don't try to overthink it for real.
Yeah.
Like I'll just sit around and have potentially just a bunch of producers locally, Sojo, Goose, a bunch of people, Wisdom. I'll get a bunch of beats throughout the year and kind of just fish through those and then pick which ones I like, and then I'll make a tape out of those. Like honestly, nothing too major. I was telling this to Christian too on the last podcast I was talking on. I just like it all organic. I don't really like to overthink it because to me, you overthink it, it becomes more of not as genuine energy. It's still good energy, but it ain't as dope as it just happening to me. Like me finding the beat without really looking.
Yeah.
I do have BPMs and in certain like tempos I like to make sure I stay in and like kind of cadences just so I can catch that flow what I like, but overall it's really random on this.
Yeah, I feel like you gotta know your bag though. Like you know, like when you playing ball, when you know anything like that, you know your bag work.
Straight up.
You can't. I mean, sometimes you try to get outside of it and it may work, and then sometimes like you know what, I need to just stay in my lane.
Stay in that lane.
I need to stay in that lane. Like I know my game. I'm not. Look, I'm not about to. You give me the ball in the perimeter, I'm passing and I'm cutting. You know what I'm supposed to know. I'm not about to. I'm not ISO. That's not my game.
Spot up shooter. That's all it is. If I'm open, I'm gonna hit that bitch.
Yeah, on me. So yeah, we grew. I mean, we've been knowing each other for a long time, and shit, we went to Brooks together. Yeah,
first time y'all I met Grayson for real. Like we obviously knew each other through seeing each other. He was always the tallest motherfucker in the building. But we had ice together. Shout out to Miss Adams. But I remember that was when we really sat and like we kicked it just for the day.
Yeah,
we played like. I think it was paper football. We didn't do no
acting a fool in ice.
That's crazy. Turn to no, that's how we met. I'll never forget. It was like on. This is why it's so like in my brain is because it was also like one of the like spirit weeks or something. And we like missed out on like the dopest like in Friday Spirit Day week. It was like some Halloween vibe. Everyone's going classroom to classroom. We was stuck in there like prisoners.
Yeah, I mean,
Brooks was weak anyway. Y'all probably wasn't missing out on too much.
Nelson, bro.
Y'all probably wasn't missing out on too much. I mean, knowing y'all, I mean, the school rundown is old.
Man, chill out.
I think he went to Brooks.
No, he went to Stuckey. So
they got the. You get the hand charge, you got to crank it like a.
Yeah, okay. Y'all got the. Yeah, it was cool. Brooks was fun. Nah, definitely back then. Like, in middle school, I was a troublemaker. Not like, but like class clown, trying to make people laugh. Like, definitely in the mix. Like, teachers was like, nah, he not gonna be shit. You know? Yeah, the merit cards was crazy. But like high school. I got out of that time. Mm-hmm. Was y'all ever trouble? Well, we obviously spent a day in school suspension together.
On the day y'all was supposed to be out with everybody having a good time.
Right. Was y'all like, you know, those are the people that was like bad middle school, bad in elementary school, bad in high school, and bad as an adult.
Yeah,
you know, it's real.
They never ended the cycle.
Yeah, there's some people that end up being like, all right, I need to get my shit together. Were you ever, Dar, was you
in middle school? Yeah, for sure. I used to get written up all the time. Like, not like suspended, but written up. I got written up like, probably in my whole career, probably like 10 times.
In just middle school?
In just middle school, yeah. But I mean, that's 3 years. So I mean, I average about 3 a year, 3 and some change. So, but in high school, no, I mean, I always was talkative in class, but never to the point where, call my mama, because then I know it's going to be some shit. So
yeah.
I always was a certain level, right up to the point where they call your parents is where I got to.
You like, I'm a chill.
Yeah, let me chill. Yeah.
Did you grow out of it, or you was kind of...
No, I got that final ass whooping. I'll never forget. It was on some like, y'all remember Atlanta? Y'all remember T.I. Would be like, "You think you gang back you?" And he beat his brother up on the couch. Literally, it's like my dad watched that movie, and then when I came back from Skate East, he like reenacted that whole.
He was inspired.
He was sitting and waiting. It was like 11 o'clock, late as hell, and I get it.
Lights off.
You been hanging out with the gang members, da da da. You think you tough? Fight your dad, and he just started popping me, and I'm just like, yeah. So that was the final like. That was 7th grade year. That's when I finally they clicked.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a catalyst. Some people need their ass whooped.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Pops, man. For sure.
Yeah, a lot of people need that ass whooped. They don't get it.
Yeah.
For real.
But they get it. It'd be too late in life.
It'd be too late.
It'd be too late in life.
It'd be ass whooped you don't recover from.
Yeah. So I mean, we talked about this like off air, like especially with rap or with music in general. People living a lifestyle. A certain lifestyle in real life, but they not living their raps.
Yeah.
They not living their lyrics. In their lyrics, toting pistols, taking drugs,
Yep.
selling drugs, pimping, whatever it is.
AKA destroying the community. If we being honest.
Yeah, but they're not really living that. It's not like they speaking from their, experience or their life, or they telling a story. They just they glorifying it.
Observational lens.
Right.
Alex had the question on.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, what do you feel? How do you feel about that? People not like living their raps.
So it was a big lesson. I don't know. It's a perspective. That's what I'm gonna leave it towards. Me, I'm never gonna be somebody who's not gonna not rap about something I ain't lived or experienced. You know what I'm saying? If it's secondhand with my homie or just me, like it's gonna be close circle, situations. But like having conversations with certain other like rappers, even people who have respectfully had the experience and are giving people that space. They're giving this kind of like this performative rapper type of label on people to where like I mentioned before, like Logic, for example, like Logic had that, I don't remember, it's Gangbanging or something like that, like song where he's talking about just a bunch of gang stuff. But then in an interview, he's saying like, oh, that's like my brother and cousin's perspective from them coming, me just hearing about it. So, I mean, in a perspective, like I said, you could be a storyteller, I guess, and that's what people are leaning more towards, being a performative storytelling rapper instead of someone who experienced it. But to me, it's just the power you have, like if you gonna keep on saying that, like EKM, he said it in his interview, and I really respect him for that. Like he said that there was a kid who came up to him in the club and kind of showed him a pistol because he has a song that talked about that. Like, I was able to sneak my pistol into the club, and it kind of hit him like I'm really influencing the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sounds cool. You turn into a different, person, or you turn into this performative person. But end of the day, people put you at such a pedestal that they're going to want to mimic that because they want to get to that pedestal, right? Like, so they're going to have to do the same steps that got you there. That's why Miguel is out here. Shout out to it. But there's certain steps you could do in the righteous way to build the community.
For sure. How do you feel about, like, let's say you listening to somebody and they like, if somebody's like, man, he don't really live that life. Like,
I don't know if this directly answers the question, but I was thinking about this in the car on the way home from work the other day. Some Young Dolph came on, and I was trying to think to myself of the right word to say, because refreshing obviously isn't the word.
Right.
But for lack of a better word, it's refreshing when a rapper is living the life they talking about. Mm-hmm. And as sad as it is, he paid the price for it, but he was actually living that shit, And that's why that's something that I look for in rappers, is that real shit. You know, whether or not what you're saying is bullshit, or whether it's something that maybe I can't relate to, but I know somebody can.
Right.
So.
Even if it's like, but to that point, it's like, how are you, if is that what you're doing right now? Or is that what you did? You know what I'm saying? Like, you live in, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think that, even on, I was gonna say some rappers, like we take Hov for example. Hov always raps about, like, a lot of his raps was like, I used to do this and so I could get to this point. Yeah. So it is a point to say, like, this is how I had to do it, and then this is where I'm going. Yeah. So, and it's just like even there's a good point, because like Clips. Malice, somebody's like, should I start selling white? He was like, if you want to drive what I drive. I mean, hey, we got here somehow, but I think in a lot of walks of life, it's like, shit, if I was on here kicking shit about, like, anything on the pod, like, getting to the bag or having this, doing that, and people see me out in public and I was buttoned up, tied, what I'm saying? Like, without really living that life, people look at the pod like, oh, he, this isn't a true perspective on what he's talking about, and I think that
throw off the genuineness of the energy,
right?
And that's another big thing about just music. It's half the time not what you're saying. It's just does what you're saying and what you're projecting align with your true intentions and what you're trying to truly be inside behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Because if it's not going to truly connect. That's my true belief. Like, a lot of people talk about, me not having that many songs out but still being in the mix. Want to know why? Because when I am making a song, that shit coming straight from the soul. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people actually do feel that. And that's the key. You know what I'm saying? Like, most people gonna be capping. You can kind of feel that, or it's gonna come to light. You know, you're gonna get exposed eventually. You know? So
do you have a process? Like, do you get like, okay, we talked about like the mode or whatever, or how you get to, but like, do you have a ritual? Like, okay, I'm about to get high. I'm about to listen to this just to get the inspiration.
I wasn't gonna admit it. I told the homies I was gonna be like, let me tell people kind of like my secondary process. My process, honestly, like to be for real, is like, let's say I got a shorty at the time. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time I use them as a muse, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like I'll start like, let's say the homie send a pack of beats, right? My way. Mm-hmm. I'd sit there while she's there, you know, after we kicking it, and I'll play the beats. I'll start freestyling just because I want to amplify more. I want to be impressive because it's the shorty.
Right.
So, like, I'll be real with you. Like, that's usually, like, the start of it. Like, I have kind of my shorty around, and I start kind of freestyling, like...
See if she bobbing her head.
But it's really not even if she approves it. It's the fact that I'm so... aware that I gotta be the coolest motherfucker right now to this girl. So like, or just put on that kind of like, I'm that guy.
The machismo.
It kind of just put you there, or just also like with your homies or something. Like, it's more of a heightened environment when you freestyle or do like just kind of more lyrical exercise. I do it all the time. I'll just play beats with the homies or my shorties, and it amplifies it. You know, I play a couple beats, write that shit down, go home, and it just starts to flow.
Yeah,
like.
When you said that originally, when you first started that, I didn't know where this was going.
Yeah, I seen him. He was like,
because I was like, you might be like, I'm about to start an argument with her, so I got something to rap about.
The future.
Just being in the environment of someone who I want to impress thoroughly. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, and I don't want to put on no like facade or anything like that. So it's already like a practice in itself. Like, there's multiple stuff though. Like I'll listen to different genres. I'll go listen to rock, country, and stray away from rap in its entirety. And then I'll come back and throw a lo-fi beat on it, write some crazy fire shit. I'll listen to the Wallin guy or some like Jimi Hendrix. Like I'll spit some crazy shit after that. Like it's a big method. It's a lot of little stuff. Life just inspires you when it comes down to it.
You know, I mean, hey, back in the day, the red light special, the beats used to come on.
That was definitely some of the best I heard niggas rap.
Yeah, but everybody want to be, ability to rap or like to hoop. That's the two things. People want to rap or hoop. You know what I'm saying?
Master both, by the way.
Oh, master both?
Don't play.
So somebody was like, all right, I got... Well, actually, let's talk about hoop, man. We had a situation, not a situation, but, content creator from Wichita. Is it D'Adrian Harding? Is that how you pronounce it? Had they're doing on a tour with like J-Dub and Cam Water, a lot of other like unpopular influencers. Came to Wichita, put on a free event for the kids to come, for the community, mainly for the kids, because that's his target audience, or that's who really comes and watches the streams and stuff like that. So brought out some local hoopers, some kids, had the homie Mello out there cooking, making wings and stuff. Line was wrapped around the building. I ain't pull up. I seen it though. Line was wrapped around the building.
They had a limit. They said 2,500.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
But sitting out there in that heat, we just talked about how hot it was. He brought the whole city out. But there's also some ramifications that came from it. People, young kids, they don't know. Everybody wants to go viral, or people want to make themselves known, or make themselves seen, and they see that environment like. This guy got a million followers or here and a million followers there. Like, this could be my opportunity. So I don't know what the mindset was of these kids, but you know.
Some of them had that mindset.
Some of them probably had that mindset. Yeah. But there's, like you said earlier, the double-edged sword, right? Basketball brings the people in. He brings the people in, but.
You also still gonna have that. There's always gonna be that crowd.
Yeah.
I think you should have made a ticket. I think at least $10, to like free. I didn't know it was free.
Yeah.
So I think that would incentivize just certain crowds that, ain't got much, parenting maybe or something. Because if you ain't got to have money, then you could just pull up, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
But I don't know the demographic of kids that did get into it. Obviously, we we OGs now, yo.
Yeah.
It's hard to look back and be like, you know, who it was. They could be like, this was 24-year-olds.
Yeah.
Like, to us now, I guess we unks to them now.
Yeah.
So Bob, but
It's some way.
unfortunate. It
Yeah,
is.
I feel like what do you think about it?
First off, shout out to them for doing something for Wichita. Obviously they was acting a fool. I was toward the end.
Yeah.
So I mean, shout out to them for doing something for Wichita. It's not too many people. I mean, there's a lot of people that come back. They do little shit, but I mean, this is like probably like I mean, I heard about it. So if I heard about it, then some people showed up, and I mean, I think it's cool. It was free. I mean, $10. You probably would make it a safer environment to say if you charge people, but at the end of the day, I mean, people just got to know how to behave when they're out in public. I mean, you had a parent, you had a grandmama or whoever it was that told you right from wrong. I mean, at some point, you just got to act on the shit.
Yeah.
Or you can nod and get situations like this.
Yeah.
So.
But like you say, like, it's a good perspective to have because a lot of people will blow up from Wichita or do things in Wichita and don't give back to nothing,
Yeah.
So shout out to them for coming back and giving back, especially with them people ain't gotta come through Wichita. Like Kent Waller, they ain't gotta come through Wichita and do nothing for real. So, like Barry Sanders, he got a field name after him. No smell on Barry Sanders' name. He's the greatest athlete to come out of Wichita. But I ain't seen no Barry Sanders football camps when I was a kid.
Yeah.
We ain't had no camps.
We
We ain't had no free. We ain't had no agility training, we ain't had nothing. But he have a whole field named after him, you know what I'm saying? So he doing more than a lot of people have done.
And he also supports on a different level. Like my cousin, for example, he paid my cousin to do a mural inside of his house. So he's not only sourcing like his community for shows and stuff, he's also sourcing for actual work inside of his own place and stuff. So shout out to a lot of people throw shade on this cat because he has like a younger crowd and stuff. I really respect what he's done for the city. You know what I'm saying? Like what he can do and what he has done and what he, I think he will do for the city is just great. Honestly,
I just think a lot of people have a sense of like entitlement when people make it though, or when people are doing good. It's like, okay, now you need to get back. Now you need to start doing like, and when people genuinely, that's the good thing. That's the right thing to do. Do not get me wrong. It's the right thing to give back if you're in that opportunity. But people really don't owe you shit. If we keep it in the bean, people don't have to do anything.
No, they don't.
So it's that somebody's willing and able to do that, and maybe it wasn't the best strategy. He tried to get security. All in all, though, if there are a couple fights throwing some kids out, it was the end of this situation. Then I would say that's the overall pretty okay. You know what I'm saying?
No, I think overall it was. They just there was projections a little bit, but there was a post, I forgot his name, but he was talking about how like, at a point in time it didn't matter about race, color, background, anything. It was free, so you couldn't say it was for just a certain demographic. Anybody could pull up. So it was dope.
Everybody love free. Black, white.
Free from
But yeah, man. I mean, Wichita has a lot. What do you think? What do you feel? Wichita, people try to do stuff in this last month on the name of Wichita. I feel like
I don't agree.
Yeah.
I rep Dub like it ain't nothing, man. Like I feel like it's got so much potential. We were in a working class, so a lot of people did just work their jobs and go home. But we have gotten into way more of a bubble of you actually can kind of dream. You actually can start a brand, the podcast, be a rapper. Potentially, there is a chance to kind of blow up right now. We got a little spotlight on the city. Ever since the Final Four, I'll say that's my theory. Like ever since Final Four, the city kind of got like this bigger spotlight on it. You started getting those tournaments, more money rolling through. Local high schools was winning, state championships. So a lot of money was, being brought to the city around like 2012, 2013. That, since then it's became more of a creative city. You see a lot more murals, people up, a lot more rap shows. It's a lot more accepted. Like.
Yeah, and there's a lot of like in this room alone we have the 3 different avenues of media or exposure or community that we might even didn't have then. You have a local artist podcast, and then we have the Steps here hosting us, but also a clothing brand and doing a lot of different things as well. So I think it's we're building a community to where it's like you know, let's say you run into somebody that was a guest on the pod, like you know Tasha, she was a guest on the pod, and you may run into somebody else that's like, hey, oh yeah, I seen you on the workshop, yeah, you know, like so now it's like okay, you automatically have another connection with somebody else. You may see somebody on a support system sound check. You know, it was like I may see somebody that was on support system sound check, but oh, you work with Miguel, let's get you on the pod. Like you've been in front of the camera before, so it's all like you bridging gaps to where, you know, you're bringing all of Wichita together, if you would say, you know.
I agree for sure. There is definitely a community that should have been, and it's still being built. But that's the key. Is just understanding and supporting each other.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because well, actually, this was yesterday. You know, shout out to Major Figures in Braxton of the workshop. You know, we threw a little soiree, a little, you know, date punch. Yeah, a little something. Put something together. We called it Pineapple Saturdays. And it just really manifested in like a week. Last Saturday, we chopping up, talking about, I was like, let's go ahead and do it. Because we talked about the last pod, like, we got to start, you know, doing instead of just talking. So we put it into motion, and it came out great. You know, we had loud kids come out and take photography. You know, we had another young cat come out and do a video. We had, you know, a DJ. So it's like when we had some bartenders, like we put money in people's pockets, people coming out and having a good time, and we giving exposure to, you know, different artists as well, taking pictures and stuff. So it came out, I feel like it was good. Like we want to keep going, change it up a little bit, do a couple of different things. It just put a battery in your back like, okay, that was easy. Done it in a week. Wasn't easy. Let me take that back. Stressful last week. You know? We was meeting every day at night. Like, baby, we all know. Like, it was something every single day, you know? But we got it done, and it happened. You know? We had a good time. So, again, shout out to Finn and everything like that. Where was you at? You was trying. You not partying no more?
Man, I'm plugged into the Matrix, man. It's hard to catch me offline.
I'm like, shit.
Yeah, it's hard to catch me. I didn't know the workshop was having an event till everybody else did.
What you mean?
What you mean? What I mean?
I didn't know the workshop was having an event until Tuesday. So
yeah.
I'm like,
that's when. I guess we all found out at the same time.
Yeah. Once that flyer went, I was like, I guess we're actually doing this.
Yeah, but I mean, it was a nice event. The place looked really nice. Had the pool table, real nice vibe, classy.
Yeah,
classy.
Because we trying to make something different than like going to Rock Island or going downtown. Somewhere that's safe. Most importantly, you know, you can dress nice. You want to see some shorties you ain't seen before or something like that. So that's really what we're trying to get into. More grown and sexy rather than.
And I thought the time was good, 3 to 7.
Yeah.
3 to 7, nice during the day. You know, you don't got to wake up early for shit like a brunch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you ain't got, and also it's like, yeah, you can go home at the end of the night, get some food, and go home and call it a day.
Before shit start closing, it ain't 1 a.m. The police ain't hounding you with the fucking horses.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Gotta watch out for the.
It's a good time.
Yeah, on me, nah, them horses they be on with they're like right in the club. Why the club be letting out at 1:30?
At least 3.
They gotta clean up.
That should be crazy. Cause it's 2. They close at 2. They be everybody be out at 1:15 walking the streets. So. This is the part we do this every episode, staple of the workshop, man. It's the segment where it's time to get something off your chest. There's gonna be something that's been going through your week that's been good, going through your week that's been bad. Something that if you just needed to talk about, you ain't had the platform. This is the time to, you know, get it off your chest. Darv, you got anything this week?
See, a lot of the shit that I be complaining about, because I complain about a lot of shit. It's a lot of things that I come over here and be mad about. But nothing that really drove me over the edge. Like the driving in Wichita been pretty good this week, I should say. I've been seeing those lists with like top cities with the most attractive girls or whatever.
Yeah.
We would be on the top 10 cities with the worst fucking drivers.
You think so? I feel like everybody say that about their city.
Maybe it's because there's no traffic, so everybody drive like with open range, like ain't nobody really scared of like, you know, hitting somebody or having to slow down real quick. But I mean, I don't know. But nah, nothing this week, man. I've been pretty mellow, other than the heat, man. I mean, when it's cold, I complain. When it's hot, I complain. So maybe it's just me. I'm just a complainer.
You got anything? You got something to get off your chest? Well, we got a guess.
I was thinking. I was like, let me just think of something because I'm not really. I don't really have much to complain about.
Not even complain. Maybe it's something good. Maybe it's something you just the platform you just want to talk about.
So, I want to talk a little shit.
Yeah.
Man, phone bills, y'all.
Oh, dude.
So I work for a company and I take calls for a company. Okay, and it is all about billing. And man, if y'all don't, it's a phone bill is necessity. Don't call your company talking about like, oh, I work for Uber and I need my phone to be on, and you got a 190-day past due bill, like.
190 days.
Yeah. No, 192 like past due, like.
Oh, okay.
Like amount, like.
Oh, the whole 192.
Okay, got you.
But nah, man, just take care of your phone bills. They're essential as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, please, y'all. Like, and don't get mad at the people who work, for that phone bill.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Like, what about a dude?
Your job. That's how you can do it. All you do is your job. Yeah.
They be like, my arm falling off. I can't drive.
Everybody got an excuse.
It's the craziest stuff, and I'm sitting there like, yeah. So pay your phone bills. That's the message of the day.
I've been seeing them videos with niggas repoing people's cars, and every nigga that gets their car repo says the same shit. Man, I paid them. Obviously, fucking not. You obviously didn't pay, sir. That's why I'm here.
Do you think people really is gonna accept defeat?
Man, I see one lady jump on the back. She was ready to ride the whole way. He ended up letting it go. Like, all right, I'll come back another time. I'll catch you lacking again. But that's kind of like getting served. Like, they got to, like, track you down and shit. Because, people know when they ain't paid.
Right, yeah. No, for sure. Yeah, they know where your car be.
Yeah, I don't know how.
They got your information. Them loan companies, they gonna come and get you.
But if you knew niggas was coming to repo your shit, would you park it at the crib?
They not thinking. They not thinking.
Could be one of them nights where they didn't think about it at all.
But
caught them lacking.
Yeah, but people usually be like, it can never be me.
Yeah, cocky.
People always think it not to me. This is not gonna happen to me, and then it be your ass.
Pride goeth before the fall.
Right,
that's right.
Right on the toilet, and you can see your car get taken right out the driveway. Yeah,
that's a rule I got. Yeah, if you count yourself out, the universe will count you in. Like, for real. So don't sit there and think something can't happen to you because the universe will humble you
real quick. Nah, real shit. Because I know it could always be me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not above, any human experience because what makes me different between, the people to the right and left of me, I may react differently but shit. Things happen. Life, life is life. Man, what do I need to get off my chest this week? Man, I sent out a lot of invites to go for this event yesterday, man. They sent out a lot of, let a lot of people know. Women to be exact. Women to be exact. And I got a lot of, I'm pulling up. I'm gonna try to make it like, oh, this is like a vibe. And guess what else I got a lot of? Yesterday, last minute canceling. I can't make it. I ain't got no babysitter. This or that. And I get it. It was short notice. We put it out on Tuesday. Be a person of your fucking word. You know what I'm saying? If you see you pulling up, I'm counting on the head count. Oh, we got at least she coming, she pulling up. Vibes is crazy. Oh, the baddies is in the building. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm telling the homies hey, y'all need to pull up. That's gonna be one of them ones. You know what I'm saying? The ones that y'all ain't seeing pulling up. Now I look like a jackass because you lied to me. So I'm lying to them.
Yeah. Right. Full circle.
You know what I'm saying? A full circle of lies. I'm not really lying though. But
I got false information.
Right, now I'm showing screenshots like, look, she did say she knew it was coming.
I swear. So just be a person of your word. If you say you gonna do something, just do it. Unless you ain't got arms or something, that makes
a real excuse. I get situations happen, right? But hey. I don't give a fuck.
Some people can't say no. I remember one of the first topics we talked about is motherfuckers that can't say, or they always say yes, even though they want to say no. And then when it comes time, they're like, "No, I'm not really doing that." But it's just in the moment, I can't tell you no, man. Yeah. Tell a motherfucker no. I mean, it's easy to tell somebody no if you really, you really mean it.
Or she's like, no, like, or not even like, I can't make it this time, or it, like, then I'm like,
make up something now, like, right, you got babysitters, like, say that now.
Yeah. Don't wait till the last minute. You talking about, you pulling up. And you still in the bed, PJs on, rubbing your feet together. You know what I'm saying?
Some other event.
You got a date and shit. You said you had to come pulling up now. Mm-hmm. But it's all right. It's all right though. I still love y'all. Pull up to the next one now. All right, pull up to the next one. We had a recent viral event. I guess not event. Something happened. But it was a Coldplay concert, right? Coldplay concert. You know how they do the at NBA games or concerts, stuff like that. They do something like the kiss cam, you know what I'm saying, or something of that variety. They're showing the fans in the
couple
stands.
cam.
They're putting them up on the big screen, right? So they pan to one couple, but obviously, Darby, explain what happened.
So obviously, like. When you take, and this goes back to like, taking your lady out to the game. We talked about this a couple of episodes ago. Don't take your side chick to the game. Take your lady to the game. If you're going to go to the game with your lady, take your lady to the game. Because then you end up, it's almost like they search you out, like when you're doing devious. Like, it's almost like they know, like, this nigga's up to no good. You know what I'm saying? That ain't his girl. Yeah, that don't look like his girl.
He's extremely too happy for that to be his girl.
So, they picked bro out of a lineup. I don't know how they did it like this shit. There was a couple came. They looked like a happy couple. Turns out that one of this guy, he's he's a CEO for a company. I believe the company's called Astronomer. And this lady that he's with is not his wife. They both married, both got a wife at home. I said a wife on the side. I should say a wife on the side, like Pinky, right?
Yeah.
Have got a wife and a husband on the side, and they there with they real significant other.
In the box suites, by the way, they not like. They up in the box.
They up in the box. Nice fucking seats. These ain't cheap seats. You know what I'm saying? Nice seats. So they live and they vibe and they get caught on camera. And the worst thing that you could do in that situation is act like unnatural.
Panic.
So the dude is like, oh, clearly I'm not supposed to be capturing this. So let me make sure I get it. So it keeps going for like 10, 15 seconds. They super embarrassed. Long story short, Buddy retired, or I said retired.
Stepped down.
Yeah, he stepped down today.
Yeah,
and I'm sure his HR lady that with the hoochie coochie that got hired for that is probably gonna step down too. I'm imagining, but I mean,
the worst thing, like you said, the worst thing in a situation like that. Because maybe, like, you never know. They could have paid and just turned and it just never would have hit the internet. Nobody would have ever found out. Because it's not like a Coldplay concert is going to be played at the, on the TV. Like, how else would you be able to see? Well, unless, people are there. It's like, oh, that's what's the name husband type, But to turn around, if she turned around, he dropped to the floor. Like, come on, bro. Like, they already caught you, bro.
We saw you, dog.
We saw you, bro. That's like when you you trying to, trick kids and you throw up the cover and you run behind it and you're still there when it falls. Like, come on, bro. We see you, gang. What you got key takeaways on that whole situation?
Me, I probably would have thugged it out. I had enough money to explain to my wife, hey, look, and then I got enough money to explain to my job, like, hey, look, I don't know. I would have thugged it out and like just rocked it with confidence. You feel me?
If my girl if I had a girl and she got caught cheating like they did, only thing I could say was this bitch like Coldplay?
He didn't even know. He didn't really know her like that. That's the problem. That's why she out with him.
Like Coldplay?
That's why she out
We've
with
been
him.
together for 15
That's
years.
why she out with him, because you don't even know she like Coldplay.
My favorite music. Like,
That's going to be her excuse. You never really even knew me like that.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah. You really didn't even know me like that. No, and plus, like, they got the... And there's another situation with the Dallas Cowboys. This happened before too. They had lost a game like last second. It was something crazy. Everybody in the stands was mad, crying and shit. And they was panning the cameras to the different fans. And dude was hugged up with a shorty next to him.
Yeah.
They was both crying like he was consoling her. And That wasn't his short. I mean, that was the side piece.
That was a side piece.
Why are you taking the side piece to the game?
Don't take the side piece to the
good
game.
seats.
Why do you even got the side piece, fellas? Tighten that up, man. Tighten that up.
That is a good point.
Like,
That is a good point.
It's the
He's a Jedi, not a Sith.
Be a man of your word, brother.
Yeah.
Like Rachel was talking about, man. Like, I don't honestly, unless you already put down the boundaries and communicated compromise, whatever.
Yeah.
I just said, like, if you horny and you want an extra partner, you should say that. If you really love your person like that, it's hard to say no though. So it's hard for people to be like, like, nah, I ain't gonna confide to just you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know. He has enough money to persuade, but sometimes it's in you, not on you.
That's right.
That's right. That's right. That is just so right. But no, for sure. Stay down with your lady. Stay down with your man. You know, it's no reason to be. But you're gonna do it. You got to do it better. Do it smart.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna do it, please be better at it. Cause like out in public, it's crazy.
No bueno.
I know. So I hope that situation gets cleared up or whatever, man. Cause so what I think I don't watch Love Island, right? I don't watch like reality TV like that. But like there was a girl on there who was on the show. Somebody pulled her old tweets where she was using like some racial slurs or stuff like that, like from back in the day. Or like we see these situations with like Dante DiVincenzo where he
Josh Allen.
or like Josh Allen, like Dante DiVincenzo, where they pull old tweets or old things that people say from in their past, and they got like motion going on right now, and they getting ridiculed because of their past. So what do y'all think about situations like that?
Whack. I feel like that's lame, bro. Honestly, I feel like you do need to have some type of accountability, but I mean, to be honest, that's some stuff that personally just happened to me in some public eye, like around April. Like stuff that I did about like 5 years ago surfaced, and I did a bunch of shadow work to heal from that. I found God, all this other stuff that the people who are now finding out about it could be, judgmental. It's whack, right? And then it's also weird because it's the internet, right? The internet, double-bladed sword. You could drop something, a song would be nothing. 10 years later, it blows up and you get money off that. Same thing with terrible stuff too. Like you could drop it, no one ever knows about it. 10 years later, the worst thing ever is surface. So I think it's whack. If you don't show grace, you don't know God. I'm gonna get a shirt kind of for sure. You gotta understand people change for sure. Unless they're actively right there, like
that's still them.
Still on that type.
Yeah.
Then makes sense.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I'm more like with the actions, like you said. Like if you can reasonably show, to a certain level. Now, it's certain shit that I won't forgive. For instance, Jerry Jones protesting them kids trying to go into the high school, the black kids going to the high school. You can't tell me Jerry Jones, like, I always suspected that Jerry Jones might have been a little bit racist, but once I seen that picture, in black and white, Jerry Jones standing there right at the front, protesting black kids trying to go to school, like, some things are unforgivable.
No,
like, you
sure,
made a tweet or some lyrics in a song, whatever it might be, okay.
You had to show up in person and be there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The coach told him not to go, like, so certain things is intentional and they meant to display something or like, like they have somebody something bad happened to them, so they call somebody that's from a certain community to represent them, like, say this so that they can think this. Some shit like that. Whenever that come into play, then that it's really something serious. But a tweet, it's hard for me to take it to heart.
Yeah, for sure. Cause like, if people pull tweets from when I was in fucking high school or just get out of college, the language what we could say, what we were saying then, would not be flying today.
Yeah, it's just totally different.
And it's just totally different. So like, if somebody was to pull old tweets or things I said, they would probably be like, "Oh, this dude is crazy." Like, why? He was talking reckless, But it's like, for one, I was young, and for two, it's like, and we ain't know no better. You know, things change, and the way that we perceive different words, actions, language is different now. You know, there's a lot more, you know, transparency as long as like, okay, this is not a good thing to say. This is not a bad thing. This is a bad thing to say. Because like a lot of people I know or people that grew up in like around us, like still use the R word. You know what I'm saying? Still, you know, and it's like, you come to the point like you working with kids or you come into the situation now, it's like, okay, that doesn't feel, you know, that doesn't feel right. That doesn't.
It's working with
right.
kids really with that one specifically.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So now, like, if people still do it, and it's like, I don't personally have a kid that is on the spectrum, right? But like, there's just other words we can use. Like you open up your vocabulary just a little bit. You know?
Retard does just sound a little. It's too hard, even me saying that, you know, but like slow, you know, I feel like there is way more softer things, but even then it's like, why do we need to verbalize it, I guess, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like half the time.
Yeah, so, I mean, and it's like, and then you say it, but like, I feel like we've done a good job in our friend group, but like, there they go, like, there you go again, using that word, and then like, and they kind
I had a
of,
class at Wichita State where, you know, the teacher, she told me, like, if you got friends and shit, like, let me explain to you why this is not cool. Like, you can tell them this is why it's not cool.
Right.
Yeah. So it was real easy for me. Like, when she laid it out, I was like, I mean, and it's not that I ever, like, I got better, you know.
Yeah.
I like to be a little bit more, you know, selective in my insults. But, so I never really, you know, there's a lot of shit that I don't say, you know, but yeah, niggas gonna do what they want.
I mean, you can't change nobody's mind, but I feel like they're more conscious now because we do say something like that. You like you know, like
That's a good thing. It's like hold your people accountable. You know what I'm saying? If there is something you think and you know collectively is wrong, just mention it at least. You know what I'm saying? Not mentioning it is probably some of the, you know, hindering everybody.
Yeah.
'Cause you gonna still be like, and then he's still gonna not think nothing of it.
And then you in public too.
Yeah.
And now let's say you're around some people that you just now meeting, or like you trying to like not maybe impress, but like you trying to leave a lasting impression, right? But oh, his homies say that. I can't work with, you know, I can't work with them, you know, I can't work with them, you know. What was the, you know, for the people that's watching, do you remember what the teacher said? Like, why this isn't, why you should, why is this not cool to say?
Man, she played us a video, and it was like a probably like a 2-3 minute video, and it was just, you know, some people, you know, because it was a lot. It's like when you say that, like, it makes other people think I can't do something, or I'm not capable of doing something. And a lot of times it's like not necessarily you want to make sure, like, let's say someone's blind. You don't want to say a blind person, because then you saying blind person. You the person is the person first.
Yeah.
It's not they blind first. So you say this individual is blind versus making their whole life that they blind by calling them blind first. So it's just you know, first person. I think I want to say it's called first person language, or, you know, situations like that. That's what the video was about.
Oh,
and then she had some other, like, you know, share some of her students that she had that went on to, you know, this is what they used to call me. This is how I used to get treated, but now this is what I'm doing. This is what I was supposed to be capable of doing. This is what I'm actually doing.
Yeah.
So I like that a lot. I have a couple of family members on the spectrum, right? And I used to really like hate when, like, let's say I was around family members and they knew about it. They'd be like, oh, just remember, you know, he has autism, like, or saying it, like, making it seem like it obviously it is something different, but I don't think it's something that hinders. You got to find the superpower in anything, you know. So speaking kind of down on something like you just said, that's a beautiful way to put it. Instead of putting they issue first, if it's perceived as an issue, talk about the person first and then whatever could be.
Yeah.
You know, I like that.
Because, like, I work with kids, you know, and we do have a lot of kids that are on the spectrum or have, like, high functioning autism or just autistic in general, you know. And I'll never be like, okay, you can't do this because of that stuff.
Yeah, straight up.
Because you can, and you gotta learn how to be able to, like, work with what they got. Just like with anybody, though. There's kids that don't have on nothing. You know, they you know, perfectly fine, you would say, right? But they the kid that's on the spectrum acting better than the kid that, you know, that's supposed to be perfectly normal and fine, you know? Or like even like sport, like say we playing a game or doing arts and crafts and stuff like that. Like every kid has like a superpower, and they always have different ways of learning in general. Or so it's like these kids that have, you know, we won't call them disabilities, but like things that hinder them. Everybody has something that's gonna hinder them, you know. So we can't shit on them. Yeah, you know.
There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and we talked about this earlier. A lot of these kids got a lot more stuff to do. Like, the kids allergic to peanut butter, red dot, peanuts. Like growing up, man, we wasn't allergic to nothing like that. There wasn't as many diagnoses of people being on the spectrum and stuff like that. And like, I'm sure we can look back and be like, okay, dude from that we knew that had, you know, math, English, and science in the same classroom was probably there, but it wasn't diagnosed. You know, they just fell through high school. You know, they didn't get the help that they needed. A lot of people don't get the help that they need. So how do we get people the help that they need in their situations? You know,
Should just speak life into them for real.
Yeah.
Just put light at the end of their tunnel instead of dark in the screen.
So we did just last night you watch UFC?
No, but I seen it.
Yeah.
Well, I do watch it sometimes, but I seen it, man.
Yeah. So you're a big UFC guy. You're a fight fan.
That's part of where I was at last night.
Yeah.
Watching the UFC.
So let's talk about the last night's main events.
Dustin Poirier, obviously Dustin the Diamond Poirier, from the Boot. If you don't know the Boot, Louisiana, also where my people are from, you know, Creole. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the Cajun. Shout out to all the Creole folks down in the Boot. But he had his last fight. Had DC on the commentary. Had RC Ryan Clark in the crowd. Had a lot of Louisiana people. So it was a real big event for the UFC. Obviously, it was for the BMF title. Hellacious fight. I mean, I couldn't. I mean, just practicing to like go and fight, like niggas got to hit you, you know. Like I just don't got the stomach for it. I mean, these people beat the shit out of each other for 25 minutes, you know. And so shout out to Dustin Diamond Poirier. Watched a lot of his fights. Never quite got over the hump to win that championship. But I mean, that's the beauty of running a race. You know, athletics. You never know if you gonna land where you want. You know, you just running because that's what coach told you to do. Because you know you give 100% effort because whatever you chase it might come true. But you might not ever get it. And he never did. But he always kept running. So I appreciate that. And I mean, he a badass. I mean, former BMF champion.
Yep.
I guess former interim champion. Successful career.
Yeah,
Beat up on Connor 3 times or twice.
Yeah, Dustin Poirier definitely. I mean, I feel like he had a chance to go
Shout out to Connor, my bad.
I feel like he had a chance to go for that during that time when he was hot. He had a chance to go for the title. He chose not to. He chose to fight Connor again or something like that?
Yeah, but he ended up getting a title fight.
Yeah.
He lost. I mean, he fought 3 times for the championship and lost all 3.
So, yeah, I mean, it did. Well, did you have anything you want to talk about with the?
I just shout out Justin.
Yeah.
I'm saying, I mean, I was a fan of him. I really was a Connor fan, and then the way he kind of gave him that attitude, where I was like, you know, this man's kind of got some hands. You know, I actually enjoy watching him fight. Actually, he's very accurate.
For sure. And then we talk about Clarissa Shields.
Oh yeah. Okay, so for the niggas that don't know, and shout out to Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao recently just had
fought
a fight
last night or 2 nights ago.
Last night, I believe. 47 years old, or maybe he's 46. Correct me in the comments. But 46 years old, out there getting active. Actually won a decision against the guy, but Clarissa Shields, I don't know what weight class. I mean, she a thick lady. I mean, you know, she built, you know, very voluptuous woman. I'm not, you know, she wants to call out the great Layla Ali, 24-0 record. You know, Ali's daughter. If you don't know, you know. But she's 46, 47 years old. So my thing is, why isn't there enough 30-year-old competition that you can fight? That you like, come on, Jake Paul. Like, you want to beat up on 60-year-old Mike Tyson. And now she want to beat up on, you know, 47-year-old Layla Ali, but you know the check is worth $15 million.
Is that where the money is at?
So I guess that's a better question for y'all, since Clarissa Shields $15 million on the line to give to Layla Ali to put that 24-0 record on the line. If y'all was Floyd, well, obviously let's not say Floyd Mayweather. This is Layla Ali. Her dad might have never fought for $15 million.
Yeah.
I mean, this is probably life-changing money for Layla Ali. $15 million. Do you put the 24-0 on the line for the 15? fighting a 30-year-old hungry. You seen Clarissa Shields. This is not a small lady.
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah. It's not only that you putting this money online, you putting your health on the line. You know
This is not a small lady, Clarissa Shields.
And a lot of these people in these like situations, let's like Floyd fought recently, well not recently, but Floyd, Floyd old too, and he fought Jake Paul not too long ago, whatever. In these situations, he was the better athlete at the, he's always been the top dog, right?
Yes.
He's always been up there. He didn't fight somebody else who was a top dog but younger. Mike Tyson was a top dog, but he was older.
Mm-hmm.
Logan Paul's not a top dog, in boxing. So this will be a different stance of where Clarissa is a top dog now in her prime. Layla Ali was a top dog in her prime, but now she's 46, and you fighting the big dog. You know what I'm saying? Like I just seen her put hands on men. You know what I'm saying? Like in sparring. So
like Layla does take it and wins. Like that'd be crazy.
That'd be
I
crazy.
put money on Mike Tyson. Trust me, they took it just the same. They take the suckers money too, man.
But it's basically is she okay with getting $15 million to get
Knock the fuck out.
And me personally, the $15 million, I'm stepping in that ring. You know what I'm saying? It's so good. Hey man, look, any health complications, I'm sure that $15 million can do a lot in that surgery room.
Yeah.
You know what? I know America's healthcare is the best.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. I like that. The 15 mil would probably at least 20K if anything got worse. Worst case scenario, health bill, hospital bill.
Okay,
and you got to put the 24-0 on the line. She's 24-0. I think she might be one of the few women that's undefeated.
Oh, that might be a big thing too, just for women's sports. So I definitely.
Or like Floyd. If Floyd he wouldn't risk that when it was coming to those last 46, 47. He not risking that.
He wasn't risking it because honestly, but his fights was $100 million. He was getting $150 million. She ain't never had no fight with. I don't know how they got the money to pay her. Cause are they gonna make $15 million on the fight?
But then they'll probably get it from that. They'll probably put it on Netflix. They'll get it from that. You know how the fights are going on Netflix and stuff now. So they'll get they'll get the bag somehow, some way. Somebody will put that bag up. But let's say a local fighter, top fighter in the city or anywhere, maybe it was like, all right, we're looking for random challengers for a cash prize of whatever. What is the amount for you to get into that ring?
You gotta just get in and fight, or you gotta win.
You gotta just get in and fight.
Nah, I'm not. I'm not. My pockets ain't hurting that bad to get knocked out, and get beat up for no reason. So I don't know. It had to be a high number.
Okay, what's that number? We're 10K.
Oh man, get your ass beat for 10,000. It just sounds so lame. Damn, this nigga need that. That nigga need that 10. Man, he got his ass whooped though.
I think I'm not gonna get my ass beat.
See, that's pride fucking with you.
Like I was like, I can maybe do it. It might not be that bad. Like
I don't know. I'll be tired 2 minutes in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, and I have to fight in the heavyweight. That damage might be,
permanent.
Well, do I get? Okay, let's say you get 4 months to train.
What the fuck is that going to do? Wow, you got 4 months to train. This nigga been fighting professionally since he was 8. This
You rather
nigga been
get out
training
fresh?
since he was 4 years old.
That's
in the
right.
room doing.
I have no motherfucker. I just jumped in there with you. You know what I'm saying? Like no, like bro, you trained 4 months. You could got prepared, and you still got your.
Yeah, you ain't got no. I mean, you got an excuse, but not really. You get the bag though.
Yeah, Tim actually get beat. I mean, niggas get beat up for free. So niggas get beat up for free. So 10,000 might be expensive.
Because all I could think of locally, I'd say like Nico, right? Let's say Nico hopped in, or my homie Thomas. If I jumped in the ring, I'd say Thomas. He's like my weight class.
Yeah.
I'd say no training. I'll probably take like least amount, like at least a rack, at least 1,000. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
3 rounds, 3 minutes. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like some smooth shit.
No, you can probably get about it out of a 9 minute, like 3. You can probably make it home one piece in that time span. Man, I don't know. I went to that water fight. Them 42-year-olds are getting knocked out in 30 seconds, bro.
Let me. You
Body
named
shots,
the
body
name Nico.
shots.
I know Nico a little bit. He definitely finished the fight. Like, this is a professional fighter. Represented the U.S. of A. Silver medal, I believe. So like this is real. I don't know if y'all know who Steve Wynn is. MMA guy. Very dangerous. Very dangerous. You know. There's
I'm good.
a lot of dangerous people in Wichita walking around.
I'm taking peace. I'm taking peace. You know, I'm taking peace. We can come commentate if y'all.
We can commentate.
Yeah,
for sure.
we'll live stream it. You know what I'm saying? We'll get on
Like if it just depends on if it's boxing, I'm cool with that. Cause boxing ain't like it's not that wild to me. It's not that much threats. It is still a crazy sport, of course. I've done boxing before, but I wouldn't want to do MMA because like anything could kind of happen. You're trying to break an ankle and permanently walk. Like,
Well, you don't even put no rear naked choke. Keep them off of me.
I do the rear naked choke. Just don't, like you said, a heel hook, tear your Achilles up, arm bar.
Bro,
Yeah. At least with boxing, you just gotta dodge 2 things. You know.
you got your ribs and just your. I don't know. It's like less things to really truly worry about.
Yeah, for sure. Man. So when should people be looking out for the project? When what's next?
For me, I'll probably have my LP done and then me and Wisdom's tape done before October.
Okay.
And I'll probably have some video roll out, some fun little jazzy stuff. For sure. A lot of fun stuff with the visuals. So before October, we're gonna have a good body of work for sure.
Do you usually go into like marketing your you know? And the thing about doing content, doing stuff in general, you have to market. You know, and it's when you don't have people to do it for you, to run the marketing team and stuff like that, that's the annoying part. You know what I'm saying? That's the part that you not don't want to do, but you feel like you have to do to be successful at it. Like, you know, I don't like, you know, be like, subscribe. Make sure you do that though. You know, like and subscribe, you know? But it's like, I like doing what we do. I don't like the feeling like the extra shit. What do you feel about like your marketing and how you kind of, go about it?
Kind of marketing. I just be chilling.
Yeah.
Like I know a lot of cool stuff. Like I think, and I'll give a little game. My favorite thing that I've done, just like by myself, finding out how to market, is like say. I'll do Mac Miller for example, because that's everybody loves to compare me to Mac Miller, which I no shade, but I'm Wody still. But
yeah,
I will go to Mac Miller's page or like even an active rapper who's got my same type of vibe, same type of genre, and I go to their followers and like, bro, I swear to God, for like an hour and a half, roll me up some, you know what I'm saying, have some instrumentals in the background. I'll go and just view every person following him's story. I'll go comment on their first story. It's nothing too invasive, and I don't talk about no like and subscribe or nothing. I'll literally just see a random person's stories out there in India who obviously gravitates towards Mac Miller's music. Per se podcast, y'all could go to like, Joe Rogan's podcast page right on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter. You got that whole base of following right there that do the same stuff as y'all. Just like and comment on their stuff. Just one time. You ain't got to do it every time, but every other day, man, I get followers out of it. Like I get interactions. I get people who actually jump onto it. So I love marketing. That's what the city needs is management and marketing.
Yeah.
We got all the talent in the world. Like, for real.
We just need the scope. We need the telescope to get us to.
Someone who's deliberately focused on marketing.
Yeah, but also
it was something like that.
But also, it's about the budget too, though. You know what I'm saying? That's like you trying to, hey man, we not making that much right now. You trying to charge our arm and leg to get us out of there. It's no like, it's when it's like, I don't know if this is going to turn into anything. So it's like, but, is that tattoo is inspired by Hunter Hunter?
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
This one is a cover up. My ex did a stick poke on here. I had to make sure I covered it up with a widow. You feel me?
So you learned to do a sticker poke. Would you get your girl's name tattooed on you?
Nah, hell no. Sticker post is like intimate. You know?
Yeah.
She picked out the design. I really like that idea, y'all. For real, some romantic shit.
Yeah.
For people who like tattoos, like I gave her a sticker poke. She gave me a sticker. It was cool.
But you can cover
You
it
both
up.
have to cover it up.
Yeah, she's still rocking hers.
I'm dead as hell. But appreciate you for pulling up to the workshop,
I
man.
appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
I've been watching y'all for a minute, so it's pretty cool to be here. I was a little nervous. I was like, man, I'm not too good with like just talking sometimes, but today I was in a good talking mood. So
Yeah,
to it.
I mean, sometimes you just sit down and you forget the camera is on. You know,
That's not how it was, man. You was even saying that last time we linked up. You was like, bro, we don't even really put much into it. We just have a conversation, just real, genuine flow with it.
Man.
That's how it felt, y'all.
Yeah.
Scripted all.
No. We literally sat down before we turned this on. I was like, all right, what we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I had talking points in my head, and then when the conversation goes, it's kind of like, okay, this is where we at, you know. So this is why we do what we do, though. You know?
Really appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, for sure. He got the headphones in. Shout out to the Steps for providing the space for us, man. And maybe y'all can come here and do something in the near future, you know?
Yeah.
And anything, you got anything before you get about it?
We got an event next.
That's right. Raffles in the city, August 9th. With Loud Kicks, we partner with Loud Kicks, and we're going to be doing media there. So if you have any questions, topics that y'all want to talk about, and be like, man, I really want to be on the workshop, this is your opportunity. You know, you can sit down, have like a maybe 3-minute conversation with us, or ask us a question. We ask you a question, and you can get put on the video, you know, or we may be walking around with cameras, just asking questions, just doing some pop-up stuff. But come out to the city, support local artists, you know. Even if you don't come and buy anything or buy a raffle, just come and check out what talent the city has and what opportunities that you can do, or people you can see. You know, you might run into somebody that you know that can help you out along your journey. So we'll have mental health advocates, we'll have artists, we'll have food, drink, candle making, like we have exclusive merch coming out. So it's gonna be a great time, man. So August 9th, we'll see y'all there.
I'm gonna be there, so you know, I know y'all like these dimples and stuff, so you can put that and to come see me.
Yes. And maybe you be able to, you know, cop a workshop hat like my boy Wody got.
That's my favorite hat.
Yeah.
Find yourself on the pod. If a lot of niggas want to be on here.
Yeah,
They
this is
really
your
wanna be on
opportunity.
here is the question.
Yeah, exactly.
Straight up.
So we'll see y'all there. And just like that, we out. Never too late.